I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, these brand new anime decks are actually pretty insane. Yesterday I showcased you guys a budget $30 version where you guys can build a competitive deck only using $30 to your name, getting 3 copies of the budget Jack Atlas deck. But in today's video, I'm gonna showcase you guys a full power deck that is tournament ready, that is actually pretty disgusting.
Disgustingly good, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's insane.
It can set up multiple negates and interruptions, and not only that, it will actually lock your opponent from playing the game with just utilizing 2-card combos. Guys, there is nothing better than playing an anime deck that's actually competitive here in the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG. Without further ado, time to unlock the full power of Jack Atlas and send all our opponents to the Shadow Realm with the brand new Crimson King, Red Dragon, Resonator, Red Rising, Jack Atlas. Oh! Majestic versus Crimson Hall of Foil Series playmat is now available at tx1.com. Get your playmats today in the link in the description box below. And also your sleeves! Get them too! And on top of that, use the coupon code PACK10, Potato 10, Milano 10, so many 10s to get 10% off your entire orders on all playmats and also on all your sleeves. And guys, only 200 copies of these playmats are ever going to be available. And once they're gone forever. So guys, get your Hollow Series playmat today in the link down below at tx1.com. All right, guys, let's kick things into overdrive. Let's go. All right, guys, here's a full power deck list. First and foremost, we're going to start with 3 copies of Soul Resonator. This card is one of the bread and butters of the entire deck. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can add 1 level 4 or lower Fiend monster directly from your deck to your hands. This card right here is a 1.5 card combo, especially with your 5 card opening hand. This card is absolutely amazing, and its secondary ability has a built-in like Return of the Dragon Lord's ability, where if a card you control will be destroyed by card effect, while you control Red Dragon, Archfiend, or a secret monster that mentions it, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So this card, one of the best starter cards to your deck. Soul Resonator searches, of course, your Bone Archfiend, and you guys all know how broken Bone Archfiend is in this deck. So you want to maximize someone actually playing 3 copies of Soul Resonator in this deck. So 3 copies of Soul. Next off, you'll play triple copies of Crimson Resonator. There are so many different combo lines that you guys can utilize when it comes to playing this deck. Obviously, this version, I'm playing a very oppressive variant of Red Dragon Archfiend where your opponent basically can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. But if you don't open up with that combo, this deck can still end on 4+ disruptions, you know, by opening up with Soul Resonator or like an Extender or even Crimson Resonator with Bone Archfiend. There are so many different combo lines that you guys can actually play when it comes to utilizing this deck. But in this version, I want to showcase you guys 2 combo lines that I tend to go towards when it comes to playing this deck right here. And so this card is very important to play 3 copies of in this deck. Next off, for the 2 options, you'll play 2 copies of Vision Resonator. This card, whenever sent to the graveyard, searches any Red Dragon Archfiend spell or trap card directly from your deck to your hand. And last copies of the Synchrons, you'll play 2 copies of Synchron Resonator, a great extender in the deck by being able to special summon itself from your hand. And he also has great toolbox ability by being able to recycle back your Resonator monster from your graveyard to your hand. And, you know, alongside Crimson Resonator with Bone Archfiend, this card is able to fetch back your Soul Resonator to your hand or your Vision Resonator, so you can add more extenders to extend your combo plays, right? Being able to use its ability to get Vision Resonator from the graveyard is just absolutely phenomenal to just extend more into your combos, right? So 2 copies of Synchron. Next off, we'll play the best card in the deck, in my personal opinion, alongside Crimson Gaia and also Soul Resonator, is triple copy of Bone Archfiend. This card's insane. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can send 1 other card from your hand or field to the grave, special summon this card. Not only is this card a great extender, but it has a great toolbox ability by being able to just dump any Fiend Tuner directly from your deck to the graveyard, and also at the same time level modulate a monster on the field. So this card is just absolutely insane, like the best support that Jack Atlas has ever gone. And last but not least, we're gonna play, of course, 1 Obsessive Loop. This card right here is one of the best extenders in the deck. You can easily send to the graveyard using Bone Archfiend's ability. And what it does is that if this card is in your hand, you can target 1 single monster you control in your graveyard, banish it if you do special summon this card. So it triggers off you know, your Bistio Dispatter by being able to just recycle those banished monsters back, which is amazing. So this card becomes like a free extender for the entire deck, which you can easily dump to the graveyard using Bone's Archfiend's ability. And I'll showcase you guys a combo utilizing Obsessive Loop alongside Bone Archfiend in the combo segment of this video. So that's pretty much for the Archfiend cards. Triple copies of Bistio Lubellion. Guys, honestly, we're not playing around here. You know what I'm saying? Going first, we're locking our opponent to calamities, or we're making supernova on the very first turn with 4+ disruptions, right? So the main goal with this deck is you want to open up with the Bistio Lubellion alongside Soul Resonator or Crimson Gaia, so that way you can calamity lock your opponent from playing the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So Lubellion's insane, and Bistios are going to be amazing next format, especially since the elements are definitely back on the map. And also cards like Juice Worm is really great against, obviously, Unchained. So Bistio Juice Worm is just absolutely amazing. We're going to play, of course, the 1 Bistio Magnum because it's at 1. And last but not least, we'll play, of course, 1 Bistio Soronier to round off for all the bestial monsters you're playing. So it's like just great non-engine in my personal opinion, especially in a format where tier elements is definitely going to be coming back. Bestials are just really important, and it's really necessary to just lock your point of playing the game while going first, and opening up with Lubellion and Crimson Gaia, or opening up with Lubellion and also Soul Resonator is basically just game, right? So next off, you're gonna play the best card in your deck, triple copy of Crimson Gaia. Card basically searches Soul Resonator. Like, you want to search Soul Resonator as quickly as possible, you know what I'm saying, like as soon as possible. So triple copy of Crimson Gaia, triple copy of Resonator Call, you know, absolutely amazing. Just more copies of Soul Resonator in the deck right here. Next off, you're gonna play the one red zone, one of the best interruptions in the entire deck, and has a built-in Call the Haunted ability where you're able to target one of your banished Dark Dragon Synchro monsters, special summon it once per turn, and also a great interruption by just being able to pop a card on the field, which is really good. So one red zone is great, also searchable. And next off, for your branded cards, you're gonna play, of course, the one Etude of the Branded. This card is the reason why you're able to play the bestial version, and what this card does is that during either player's turn, you can immediately, after this effect resolves, synchro summon one synchro monster using monster you control as material, including a dragon monster. So this card right here is going to be able to help you quick sync into calamities on the very first turn, which is absolutely insane. So your opponent won't be able to just like play the game at all, right? So you're going first. If you open up a Lubellion and Crimson Gaia, or Lubellion with any ways to get access to Soul Resonator, you basically just win the duel. And alongside the Calamity Lock, you end on 2-3 disrupts plus follow-up on the following turn. So you basically have full guaranteed OTK the following turn if they can't crack your calamities, which is going to be very unlikely. Obviously, it's not great against Labyrinth, obviously, or against trap decks, but against combo decks, and if your opponent just passes, you basically just win the entire game. So Etude of the Branded is pretty nice. You're also going to end on with Branded Beast as well. These cards are just absolutely amazing. One of the best interruptions in the entire deck. What you do is that you set Branded Beast with Lubellion, and you dump Etude of the Branded to the graveyard using Sorenier's ability, so you can use Branded Beast to basically reset Etude of the Branded on your side of the field, which is absolutely insane. So there are two combo lines that you want to focus on when you're playing this deck, and the most important is Calamity Lock, or you can make Supernova Dragon, which I'll showcase you guys both combo in the combo segment of the video. Next off, for your non-engine, I'm playing, of course, triple copies of Prosperity. This card is like the best card in the game. I don't know why Konami didn't ban this card or limit this card to one. The math, I believe, seeing a 3 of in your deck is increased to over 50% with Pot of Prosperity. Like, you're going first, right? You can afford to banish 6 cards of your extra deck to guarantee your Calamity Lock. You know what I'm saying? Like, Prosperity is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, I don't know why this card isn't banned yet. The card is just so good. See 6 card deep into your deck is just absolutely ridiculous. Next, I'm playing triple copies of Ash Blossom. Just really good generic hand traps. I'm playing triple copies of Nibiru. Really good against, obviously, Unchained. And last but not least, we're gonna play, of course, the one Call by the Grave, because sometimes, you know, getting Ash on the Soul Resonator can be really annoying, and you just want to just, you know, this card is basically a god card, and I'm not gonna lie, if people still main Droll, like, Droll really kills this deck. You know what I'm saying? Like, this deck cannot play through Droll. So yeah, Call by the Grave is just in there for that. But this non-engine, you guys can play whatever you guys like, but it's just a great 10 card non-engine slots. Well, honestly, I believe it's 7. Like, you need to play Pot of P. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to play that card in my personal opinion. So that's pretty much for the main deck. I believe it's perfect. For the extra, with one Scared Dragon Archfiend, one Supernova Dragon, and triple copies of Red Rising Dragon. You need to play 3 copies of this. This card is the most important synchro of the entire deck. One Hard Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. All these cards come in the structure deck, which is insane. Hard Red Dragon Abyss. You know what I'm saying? One Red Dragon Archfiend. Only 1 copy is needed. You know what I'm saying? Only 1 copy of this is needed. One Calamity. Card is absolutely busted. You make this on the very first turn, you just win the entire duel. One Bistro Dispatter, also really mandatory to play in this version right here. One Void Ogre Dragon, one Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend, one Carry Belt, the Blade Dragon. This card is the new card that came out of Dune. If this card is synchro summon, you can target 1 card on the field and destroy it, which is absolutely amazing. And last but not least, one Baron de Fleer to round off for all the cards in the extra deck. So that's pretty much for the main deck, guys. Let's showcase you guys 2 most important combos that you guys must know when it comes to playing this competitive version of Red Dragon Archfiend. All right, guys, welcome to the combo segment of this video. I'm gonna showcase you guys 2 bread and butter combos that you guys can utilize when it comes to playing this full power version of Red Dragon Archfiend. You guys are about to kick things into overdrive. I promise you, bro. This deck is absolutely insane. First combo is a pure 2-card combo with Crimson Gaia and the Bistro Lubellion. This combo can also be achieved if you open up a Soul Resonator, but obviously, you know, you need a card sent to the graveyard, you know, for Born Archfiend. But it's exactly the same thing, but Crimson Gaia just becomes a pure 2-card combo. And with Prosperity, the chance of you seeing any of these cards, especially a 3 of in your deck, is, I think, more than 43% while going first. And this deck has so many crazy combo lines, especially by just opening with Soul Resonator and like Born Archfiend. It's full combo. Like every combination of 2 cards in this deck is usually just full combo. But I want to showcase you guys this very crazy oppressive combo where your opponent can't play Yu-Gi-Oh! another combo where you guys bring out the hot red supernova dragon. You know what I'm saying? So before we begin, make sure you guys get your Crimson versus Majestic Holo Series playmat today in the link down below at tx1.com. Once this sells out, it sells out forever. You know what I'm saying? It'll never be restocked ever again. One of the most beautiful looking playmats I ever dropped here for the Synchro era. So make sure you guys get it today in the link down below. Obviously, the sleeves I'm using is the Supreme Pro Whites. Make sure you guys get these sleeves. They're the best sleeves in the game. You guys love, you know what I'm saying, the closest thing to PCs. These sleeves are the sleeves for you. I promise you, man. They are the best. You know, everybody uses these sleeves. You guys can use the code POC10, Potato10, Milano10 for 10% off your entire sleeve order, and also your playmats. So you guys get 10% off these as well. And the extra deck sleeves are using the Synchro Dojos this time because it is a Synchro deck. So without further ado, let's get started with the combos. First and foremost, you're going to activate Crimson Gaia. This card's absolutely amazing. You're going to add Soul Resonator directly from your deck to your hand. Now what's going to happen next is you're going to normal summon Soul Resonator. You're going to activate Soul Resonator's effect. You are going to search your Bone Archfiend, best extender in the entire deck. Activate Bone Archfiend, send Crimson Gaia to the grave. Special summon, of course, Bone Archfiend. Now you're going to activate Bone Archfiend's effect to level modulate Soul Resonator to level 2 by sending, of course, the Crimson Resonator to the graveyard. Now what's going to happen next is you're going to synchro these two. It's level 2 and level 4. It's level 6. Synchro these two to make Red Rising Dragon. You're going to activate Red Rising Dragon's effect to special summon back the Crimson Resonator from your graveyard. Now you're going to activate Crimson Resonator's effect. You are going to special summon 2 Resonator monsters from the deck. The monster you're going to special summon is, of course, the Vision Resonator and another copy of Vision Resonator. So you're summoning 2 Vision Resonators directly from the deck. Now what's going to happen next is that using 1 Vision Resonator and also the Red Rising Dragon, you're going to synchro these 2 cards right here into the scared Red Dragon Archfiend. Okay, and now what's going to happen next is that you're going to activate the Bestial Lubellion that's in your hand. Send this card from your hand to the grave. Since Vision Resonator is sent to the graveyard, you're going to trigger off Vision Resonator's ability. You're going to search your red zone directly from your deck to your hand. Now what you can do next is that you're going to activate the Bestial Lubellion's effect, send itself to the graveyard. You are going to search the Bestial Soronir, and now you're going to activate Bestial Soronir's effect, banish, of course, the Vision Resonator that's in your graveyard, special summon Bestial Soronir. And now what's going to happen is that you're going to activate the Bestial Lubellion's ability, contribute to Soronir, to special summon Lubellion, triggering off Soronir's effect to dump Etude of the Branded to the graveyard. Now what's going to happen next is that you're going to activate Lubellion's effect to place Branded Beast to your spawn trap card zone. And now what's going to happen next is that you're going to use Lubellion and also the Vision Resonator. You're going to synchro these 2 cards to the graveyard to special summon, of course, your Bestial Dispatter. Absolutely amazing. Summon Dispatter right here. Now you're going to trigger off Dispatter's ability to basically special summon back your Vision Resonator that's in your banish zone. And now you're going to set the red zone that's in your hand. And at the end phase, you're going to activate Branded Beast's ability to activate Etude of the Branded from your graveyard. You're going to place Etude of the Branded to your side of the field. And this is your end board right here, with just 2 cards. And now what's going to happen is that during either player's turn, what this card does is that immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon 1 synchro monster using monster you control as material. It has to be including a dragon monster, right? So now on your opponent's turn, you're going to activate this card's ability on their draw phase. You can activate its ability to quick sync these 3 right here. So 2, 4 plus 8 is 12. Let's quick sync these 2 using using Etude to summon Calamity right here. This triggering off, of course, your scared Red Dragon Archfiend to summon back Red Dragon Archfiend directly from your extra deck. This is your end board right here with alongside Red Zone as well as additional interruption. Also, Vision Resonator is going to trigger off its effect since it's sent to the graveyard. You basically get to search Crimson Gaia directly from your deck to your hand as an amazing follow-up for the following turn. So yeah, so not only would Scared Red Dragon Archfiend trigger its effect, but Vision would trigger its effect as well to search Crimson Gaia since it was sent to the graveyard. So this is your board setup right here with Crimson Gaia for follow-up on the following turn with the Calamity Lock, where your opponent's going to be unable to play the game whatsoever. And you have Dispatter, Red Dragon Archfiend, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Calamity, and also Red Zone, Branded Beast, and also Etude of the Branded as well. This is your setup. You know, the Calamity Lock plus 2-3 disruptions alongside with Crimson Gaia for follow-up on the following turn. So it's kind of like the bread and butter combo that you want to utilize when it comes to playing this deck right here. And then that's pretty much it for combo number 1. Let's go on to combo number 2. All right, guys, combo number 2 is very simple. All you need is Crimson Resonator with Bone Archfiend right here. And this is an alternative route to get you access to Supernova Dragon. I'm going to show you guys exactly on how to do it. So first and foremost, as you control no monsters, you get a special summon Crimson Resonator from your hand. Next, you're going to normal summon your Bone Archfiend. Using Bone Archfiend and Crimson Resonator, you're going to synchro these 2 cards to the graveyard to special summon your Red Rising Dragon. You're going to activate your Red Rising Dragon's effect to special summon back your Crimson Resonator from your grave. Absolutely amazing. You're then going to trigger out Crimson Resonator's effect to special summon, of course, your Vision Resonator and also your Soul Resonator directly from your deck. Soul Resonator is going to trigger off its effect to search your Synchron Resonator directly from your deck to your hand. Now what's going to happen is that using level 3 Soul Resonator and level 6 Red Rising Dragon, you're going to synchro these two cards to the graveyard to special summon your Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. Now you're going to special summon your Synchron Resonator from your hand. Now using Synchron Resonator and also Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss, you're going to synchro these two cards to the graveyard to special summon your Bestial Dispatter right here. Absolutely amazing. And now what's going to happen next is that since Synchron Resonator was sent to the grave, you're going to activate Synchron Resonator's effect to add back your Soul Resonator from your graveyard to your hand. So add this card back to your hand. It's not once per turn effect, by the way, which is absolutely insane. Now what's going to happen next is that you're going to trigger off your Bone Archfiend's ability to send your Soul Resonator from your hand to the grave to special summon Bone Archfiend back from your graveyard. Now you're going to actually use Bone Archfiend's effect to level modulate your Crimson Resonator that's on the field to level 1. This card's a level 1, okay? By sending your Obsessive Overloop to the graveyard. This card's a level 1. Now you're going to activate your Obsessive Overloop's effect to banish your Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, okay, from your graveyard to add Obsessive Overloop to your hand. Now you're going to use your Bestial Dispatter's ability to special summon your Hot Red Dragon Archfiend from your banish zone. Now using your level 4 Bone Archfiend and your level 1 Vision Resonator, you're going to synchro these two cards to the graveyard to make a level 6 into your Red Rising Dragon once again. This card is not once per turn, so you're going to activate Red Rising Dragon's effect chaining 1, and of course your Vision Resonator chaining 2 since it was sent to the graveyard. You are going to add your Red Zone directly from your deck into your hand. Red Rising Dragon will target your Synchron Resonator that's in your grave. Special summon this card back from your graveyard, and this right here is level 1, and now you're going to use your Obsessive Overloop's effect to banish your Red Rising Dragon that's in your graveyard to special summon Obsessive Overloop to your side of the field. And now what's going to happen next is that since you have a level 1 Synchron Resonator, a level 1 Crimson Resonator, level 4 Obsessive Overloop, and level 6 Red Rising Dragon, all these cards right here meet the requirement for Super Red Nova with 3 tuners and 1 non-tuner, which equals a 12. Remember, Crimson Resonator is a level 1 monster. Synchro these 3 to the grave to special summon, of course, Red Supernova Dragon. This triggering out Resonator's effect to basically add back your Soul Resonator from your hand to the grave, since it's not once per turn, as additional follow-up for the following turn. And you obviously search the red zone. You're going to set the red zone right here, and this is your end board right here with this card in hand. So your Disruption Dispatter, Disruption Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, Red Supernova Dragon's banished ability to banish everything on the field, which is absolutely insane. And you got Red Zone to basically revive back your Red Supernova once again, which is absolutely insane. So it's like 4+ disruptions plus follow-up with just 2 cards in your opening hand. So this is the basic bread and butter combos that you must know when it comes to playing this deck. You either Calamity Lock or you make 4+ disruptions with this end board right here with Soul Resonator for follow-up, which is insane. Both combos result in you getting follow-ups regardless, right? So this deck is absolutely insane, guys. Try this deck out for yourself. It's such an anime heavy based deck, and I believe it's just so explosive and it's just so nostalgic to be able to play everyone's king, Jack Atlas, in 2023. That's pretty much your deck profile. Get your playmats today in the link down below at tx1.com. And that's pretty much it. Your boy Sam from T-Center signing out. All right, guys. Peace.